I just did the No Kings protest in Corvallis. I'll show you what, there's nothing of me on here, but this is what the vibe was. That's cute. And I bought ice cream from the local ice cream man who owns the skate park that's been driving around. It's awesome. Oh, it's loud. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we get it. Anti-fascist. Okay. I was walking around the thing that I repeated again and again and again, like every block down the road. I walked up and down this street probably 3 or 4 times. And then I also walked down this big main street called 9th Street in Corvallis. It's so I can like speak really loud in public places and a lot of people can hear me. And I can enunciate really well too. And so basically what I was screaming is I was just saying, keep the military away from civilians. The governor, the mayor, the local PD, none of them wanted the military there. And then overnight, Trump sent the military. And I just repeated that over and over. And I was carrying an American flag, but it was upside down. And I walked, here, actually, I should be able to track it. Yeah, let's look. I want to document this because this was a wonderful day. This was a beautiful day. I tried to have a message that like would resonate with both sides. Okay, where was I? Where did I start? Well, Corvallis is sick. Where are the numbers? I walked all the way up 9th to, I believe, and then Harrison. Yeah, Harrison is where I walked all the way downtown. Okay, and then I walked all the way down here. And I basically just did, I would say like at minimum 2 to 3, definitely 2. I think 3 full circles. Not 3 full circles, but like 2 full circles like actually walked. And then like 1 additional, like I wasn't actually doing the full circle. I went to a bar after doing a lot of the protest. And then I didn't know that I left my wallet there. And so then I was walking and I met this dude, Shad. He was a cool dude. He just wanted to talk about like what was going on. And he asked me like why I'm flying the flag upside down. So the reasons that I was running through my head was like if anyone asked me, which was cool that he asked me. It was the January 6th pardons. It was Kilman Garcia, and then it was the military in LA. And that was like the thing that I was trying to focus on. Oh, there's some good stories to tell. Yeah. There was one part where I went through like the main parade part. I think it's in front of the courthouse. Yeah, right here. So this is where all the shit was happening. That video I showed you is this street right here. This is where I did like those 2 chants I told you, that content of the like no military near civilians. And these people, it was great. It was awesome. It was just fun. Yeah, I walked around a bunch. And then I think I walked to Central Park. Yeah, I definitely walked to Central Park at some point. And then I walked, where did I walk? I walked on OSU. Yeah, I went here. I took like a nap here, right there on the quad or something. No, this is the quad. This isn't the quad, but this big area right here. It was beautiful. And then I got up and I walked through like this college area. There were some dudes, I think it was right here, right underneath this tree. I was like, looks like you guys are gonna have a good night. And they're like, hell yeah, brother. And then I was like, America, fuck yeah. And then we were all like, America, fuck yeah. And then I kept walking. It was sick. And then walked through here. And then I think I was trying to get over. Yeah, I was trying to go down to Harrison's. There's a bar down here called Harrison's. Wait, there was a moment at Central Park. This tree right here, I used this porta potty I think 3 times. And then I laid down in the grass right here underneath this tree. And then the ice cream truck rolled up right here. And then I got up and I ran over. And then I gave all the man the cash in my wallet, got a popsicle, and then walked over here. And was walking up here with my upside down flag waving. I think, yeah. Then I walked over here and slept here for a bit. And then went down here. And then I was going to Harrison's, which is... It's right here. Yeah, this is it. Just walking up here. And I think at this point I was just like, I need to go to bed. Or I need to get home, and because there was so much walking. And all the way up here. And then this is where I started going through like all the frat shit. Especially... Where was it? Oh yeah, I think just like right up here. Around here. There's like 3 or 4 frats probably that I like yelled at because they're all looking at you weird. I'm just this like random ass dude running around with a flag that's upside down, you know? So they're all kind of looking at me funny, but they don't really know what to say because they're like it's hard for people to like interpret if like which side you're on, and they're not really sure. So they're like some of them I think are just genuinely like, yo, your flag's upside down. But whenever one of them would do that, I just like treat that as like, okay, you're yelling at me, so now I'm gonna yell at you. And so what I yell is just that slogan I gave, right? So keep the military away. And I just feel like obviously there's the people that just like immediately like, oh, okay, this guy's just fucking crazy, and they just like turn away. Then there's the people that are like, they probably like have already turned off their listening ears because they're just like so triggered by whatever the fuck is happening, you know? It just happens in like political moments, right? Just like moments that are like gonna make you upset that someone else is being such a moron, you know? That kind of thing. And then there's just like this other part where you just see these people just hearing this guy yell, keep the military away. The mayor, the governor, the local PD didn't want it, and he sent it overnight. And you can just like, there's just like this gear you can see turning in their head. And this, I mean, that's my like projection onto them, you know? But there was like a lot of people that were like, oh yeah, fuck that guy. We're like, wait, what do you mean? What does the flag being upside down mean? What does that guy mean, the military and civilians? You know, and I think it's like it's like graduation weekend or something, but a bunch of parents are there too. And so the people that were like the most like you could just tell they're like snickering and laughing and like trying to like not make eye contact or whatever, because they're probably a little more conservative and they just think that, you know, I'm a joke or whatever. And so I walk past them, and then it's always like the dad or something who's just like, oh, your flag's upside down. And then I would always just like scream back like, USA, USA, America. And what's funny is everyone starts going at it. So like, they're trying to like, you know, make it like a, oh, fuck your side or whatever. And then I do America, and then everyone's like just confused. And it's amazing. I like that. I think it like really diffuses the like, but of course, that was all my internal experience. I was hoping I'd see myself on a video, because I'm not self-centered. But I think it was a good day. I'm proud of myself. I did a lot of work. And there was so many people that I could just tell, like, they were, you know, because there's a lot of signs and there's a lot of people protesting, but it's the usual, like Corvallis has a lot of, like, protesters, especially in front of the courthouse. So it's just kind of like a normal thing there, like, at all times. And I feel like it kind of gave off the vibe of, like, that, but the same thing, just, like, multiplied. I just feel like I have a different tone. So as an example, after I gave my 2 like little speeches, like just shouting, going, oh, America, yeah, everyone, and then, you know, saying the civilian thing, people fucking love that shit, bro. That shit's good. It slaps. It goes hard. And counter protesters, they don't explicitly fight back against that. So I was walking back this way, and there was this guy who turned the corner, and there was a dude also standing here. And the dude who turned, he was obviously like a conservative, just by the way he was dressed. People here are either like, they look like cowboys or they look like urban people. I don't know how to say that. Like, you know, yeah, anyways. And so he turned around. He was not wearing the urban category of fit that I've just outlined. And he had a sign that said, Jesus is King. Now, I think that's a wonderful sign to bring. Because, yeah, Jesus is king. Trump isn't king. Yeah, that's an awesome message. But, of course, there was this guy who was, like, pestering him. And he was like, hey, man, what are your, like, your beliefs? What is your opinion? I mean, he wasn't that sassy. He was meaning well. I think he just wanted to talk to the guy. And the guy was just like, nah, I don't want to talk. And the guy, I think, had, like, a little thing on. So he was probably doing, like, some social media or whatever. But he was protesting. He was doing his thing that he's allowed to do, you know? And it was a sign that wasn't even, like, against the protest. If anything, he fits right in, right? Jesus is king. It looks like he's there for the No Kings protest. I don't know. And so this, yeah, like I said, this guy was like, I was like, well, what's he doing? And then the guy, because like, so the guy kept walking down, and then the other guy stopped, and we engaged each other. I don't know why. I said something to him. I was like, hey, like, what's up? What's up with that guy? Is he like, whatever? Do you know what he like believes? He was like, yeah, that guy, like, he's going to protest the protest. And I was like, okay, what's wrong with that? And he's like, well, he's like not on our side. And I was like, bro, don't annoy him. He has like a right to protest. And then I just kept walking, because it was like, that's not the kind of person that we want to be excluding from our protests, right? Like, let them have a space, let them protest, let them, like, everybody's here to protest, okay? If they're going to protest the other side, that's fine. At least we get to see that there's one dude there anti-protesting and everybody else is protesting positive, right? That helps our image. So, you know, all the optic Andes out here. Anything else I can brag about? Let's see. I'm in like so much physical pain. I did it in a brand new pair of Birkenstocks. If you know, you know. But yeah, it was good. It was an awesome day. Had a lot of fun. Drank a lot of beer.